Oh, well, next time.
All right, well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
Sensational.
Is this the fight you expected, or did you expect to have to go in there a little bit longer with him?
No. You can ask anybody who was around me. I thought the second round would be the round that I would get him out of there. I knew in the first round, if he left himself exposed, I'd be able to take advantage of anything. But I was also aware that this is a guy who's never been finished before, and he's really tough and really durable. So, I wasn't trying to get too tunnel vision and looking for anything, but I felt that with my pace that I would have been able to get him, whether it was standing or on the ground. I felt like I was going to be able to get him in the second round.
Was there anything about him that surprised you in there, or was it all predictable?
No. I mean, I didn't. To be honest, I felt like actually that we prepared for everything. You know what I'm saying? My coaches, shout out Sensei Tom, you know what I'm saying? Everyone else who works with me, they did a really good job scouting him and, developing drills for me to use. And honestly, with the type of work that, me and my coaches were doing, I kind of underperformed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I was really gun shy in that first round, really tentative. But after he sent that first big shot out, then it was like, okay, it's time to fight now. Let's go. It's time to wake up. So honestly, yeah, there wasn't a whole lot that was surprising once we were in there.
Why do you think you were gun shy in the first?
For a multitude of reasons, I guess. I mean, one is just like you always want to feel things out. You always want to get your range and your timing and everything like that. And I guess I just felt so prepared for this fight. I didn't want to do anything silly. I didn't want to make any goofy mistakes. A big thing is I didn't want to give up the takedown because I was too aggressive. You know what I'm saying? He's shown really explosive takedowns and really good top control. So I really just didn't want to give that up to him. And then after I felt a couple of his shots, and I was like, okay, I can defend this. And then, and then I lost the first round, you know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time to go. It's time to, put everything we've been working on together, you know what I'm saying? In between rounds, once again, my coach is telling me, he's like, hey, everything we've been working on is there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, it's okay. You can let your hands go a little bit. You can let your kicks go a little bit. Everything we're working on is there. And so, the second round, it was like, okay, come on, let's go. A little bit slower start than I would have liked, but I mean, who can argue with the results? You know what I mean?
Right after the fight, you went up to one of the cameras and it sounded like you were saying hello or saying something to someone, but we couldn't quite hear it. I don't think it was on the broadcast, so I wanted to give you a chance to maybe say hello to that person.
Well, thank you. There's a lot of people, so I'm gonna run through it really fast though. Hey, Mom, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Miles, Dada loves you, you know what I mean? All my sisters, Christina, Grace, Lindsay, Leah, my nieces, Autumn, Savannah, Summer, Aria, Taco, Cam, and then the kids I coach, that was a big one. Willow Lyles, she's about to go to Greece to compete in the Youth MMA World Championships. Shout out Willow, she's a little monster, 10 years old, super dynamic. Shout out my boy Lane Mayer. He's been training with me since he was 5. He's a little killer. I love that dude to death. Sergey. Come on. Sawyer. I could go on and on. Shout out Coach James. Shout out Keith. there's so many people. I'm a blessed man. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of really great people in my life. So you know who you are. You know what I mean?
What do those kids? You said there was somebody going to the youth competition. What do those kids teach you? Because I'm sure that they teach you something just as much as you teach them.
Maybe more. They might teach me more. Because. There's obviously the part where you have to break down techniques to explain them to, younger people. And then you have to really evaluate the technique, and sometimes you learn more about the technique when you're breaking it down for younger people. But also on top of that, it's just a couple things. Just seeing the courageousness that these, like, what I do is tough for adults. You know what I'm saying? What I do is tough for me. And when you got this like young kid who's 10 years old and they're going and they're competing in front of all of these people, and in the gym they're training and they're working hard to get better. It's crazy because those kids, they look at me like I'm Superman. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I go fight, I come back and they're all happy. It's like I'm a superhero. But that look, you know what I'm saying, that pushes me more. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something intoxicating about that. You know what I'm saying? I love to be somebody that these kids can look up to. You know what I'm saying? I love to be somebody that motivates these guys and lets them know that they can go after their dreams. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of like we feed off of each other. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't for, I have a very small kids class of kids that I coach at Carolina Combat Sports. But if it wasn't for those specific kids, I don't know if I'd even coach kids class. You know what I'm saying? That's just how much those kids mean to me. So teaching kids classes made me a better fighter and a better human being.
Last question for me. I know you said you didn't have an opponent you wanted to call out, but when would you like to get back in there?
December. You know what I'm saying? One more before the end of the year would be cool. When is the UFC 300 card?
We don't know yet.
You don't know yet? Dang. Sometime next year. So I got to get at least one more fight so I can sneak my way onto the UFC 300 card. Also, I meant to do this in the cage. I'm trying to go to the F1 race in Las Vegas. So if there's anyone who has any connections, F1, if you can hear me, put your boy on the grid. Whoever's putting together the Las Vegas Grand Prix, come on, hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the biggest F1 fan in the UFC. Come on, man. But, sorry,
okay.
Got off topic.
That's all right. This is your platform, so we'll tag him when we post this.
Please. I would appreciate that greatly.
Congrats on the win, my man.
Thank you, brother.
I like the Butcher nickname. How did we get to that? Because don't get me wrong, King of the Apex is kind of neat, but it's too long.
Yeah. No, King of the Apex. I mean, that's just something. That's just what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again, I've spent a lot of time here at the Apex, whether it's training, being on the Ultimate Fighter, to having fights here. I've spent a ton of time in the Apex. I'm really comfortable here. But I would say just when I got the nickname Pooh Bear, that was when I was just starting to get into things. And, I was bigger, you know what I'm saying? I was a little bit fluffier. I was still trying to figure out, who I was as a fighter. And then, life changes, you know what I'm saying? Who I was as a person was changing, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm a big Benny the Butcher fan, you know what I'm saying? I listen to his music on repeat, getting ready for it. And then that's just kind of the energy I bring to fights now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fight as a happy-go-lucky kid anymore trying to figure out how far I can take this. I'm fighting as a grown man trying to provide for my family, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you sign the contract, it's not just a competition to see who's better. It's a competition to see who gets to feed their family, you know what I'm saying? So that's the mentality I bring when I get into the cage, you know what I'm saying? Like, 5 wins in the UFC, 4 finishes. You know what I mean? I'm looking for people's necks. I'm looking to knock them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to get the kill and bring their head home as a trophy. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it's been. It's been people who know me have been known that I've been calling myself the Butcher for a little bit. It's just I finally got around to telling Heidi. I finally got around to telling the UFC I changed my nickname. So that's why you saw it here for the first time.
Excellent. And can you attribute it to? I know a lot of things are coming together. We've seen your evolution from the Ultimate Fight. It's just been like building and building and building, and even down to like just the confidence for the media day. We saw you with the shades on and the new look, the new color.
Yeah.
Like what's really clicking? I mean, it also that Charlotte one had to really just notch, multiple notches level up.
Well. It's crazy because everything is happening so fast, but this has been something I've been dreaming about and I've been seeing in my head for a long time. You know what I mean? And so everything I'm doing is just kind of like like the glasses. you know, it's just something I thought was fun. You know what I'm saying? We got the glasses. I said, man, I look good in these glasses, baby. You know what I'm saying? Decided, you know, bring them to the media. You know, that shirt I got. Shout out to my little sister. She bought me that shirt. You know what I'm saying? We're going to UFC Nashville. I said, Grace, I need something to wear. I don't know how to dress myself, you know what I'm saying? So I got to get one of my sisters or my old lady to get me something. So she got me that nice shirt. I said, this is way better than anything I would have got, you know what I mean? So, and then, you know, like even the hair, like that was, I cut my hair after I lost to Renat because, you know, my hair was a win streak thing. But you know, my sisters, they were just like, they're like, hey, you know, you don't have any hair. You know, you should let us dye it blonde. You know, it'd be funny. You know what I'm saying? We did it as a joke, but then we dyed the hair, and I said, poof, I look kind of good. So, you know, we kept it, and, you know, it's all about the vibe and the energy, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, try to keep good vibes, try to keep good energy, you know what I'm saying? We keep on working, keep on growing, keep on getting better, and keep on climbing up in every aspect of the game, you know what I'm saying?
Excellent. Thank you.